And welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. This is the Sacramento Report. I'm Steve Swat. My guest this segment is Bob Blumenfield, who's a member of the State Assembly from the San Fernando Valley. Thanks for being back with us.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to talk about a couple of your measures dealing with veterans, and it's the premise, and we all know this, is that so many veterans are coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq, and they maybe multiple deployments, and they're coming back to a questionable job market. They're not sure if their skills translate to what jobs are available. And I know you've got a couple, one regarding education, the other one regarding trucking jobs. That sort of eases that transition a little bit. Tell us about those.
Yeah, I've been trying to do a number of measures trying to deal with easing that transition back for our veterans. I mean, we have over 30,000 veterans coming back to California this year alone. We have over 2 million veterans in the state. And it's just so important. They've given to this country that we do everything we can to make it easier for them. And one of those, I've had a number of bills in this general topic, but one of the things I've been exploring is how can we transfer the skills that they have learned in the military directly into the private sector and make that transition easy. And one of the interesting things we found is that there was a barrier for folks. So many folks have learned how to drive, heavy equipment and trucks, and yet in order to get a trucking job, they often have to take this fairly extensive test, which can be quite costly, and so we said, how can we circumvent that in a way that doesn't sacrifice safety? It turns out there's federal standards. These folks have been driving on our roads already, but licensed through the military, and so basically it's a way to transfer. So I have a bill called the Trucks to Troops bill, or Troops to Trucks bill, of course. And it allows them to waive the driving test, still take the written test, cut off months of the time that it would take for them to transition, and go directly into the jobs that are needed. And right now there is actually a shortage of truck drivers, so this bill fits really nicely both in solving an employment problem or a need that we have, and also helping the veterans who have acquired that skill and can use it here in California.
And because of the shortage of truck drivers, you don't see, I guess, a lot of jealousy out there thinking that perhaps some of the returning veterans are getting preferential treatment?
No, quite the contrary. I mean, we've gotten great support for this bill. Both the Truckers Association, the Teamsters, all sorts of folks are coming out of the woodworks to support this bill. There were a few little hiccups along the way, but we got all that worked out. And it's a great way to get this kind of skill transferable. And I'm looking for ways for next year to take a number of other areas where folks have developed this kind of specialized talent and help them apply it directly into the private sector.
Briefly, I know you have another bill that involves their higher education once they come back, and they do get a little preferential treatment in this regard, don't they?
They do, and specifically in this bill, I'm trying to extend the priority registration to veterans. And I think this is important. It helps them take advantage of their GI benefits, which benefits the veterans, and it also benefits California because that brings federal money into the state. Right. And specifically, it takes the window that they would normally get the GI benefit, extends it to any time within a 15-year period for them to get this priority registration. And it's important that they have that flexibility because, frankly, a lot of veterans who are coming home want to go into, get a higher education, but for whatever reason, whether it's, they're suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome, they've had family issues, whatever the transition, they may not be ready right away. We want to make sure that that benefit is waiting for them, for the 15 years that they would have access to the GI benefit, that benefit in California priority registration is also waiting for them.
All right. Well, we're out of time in this segment, but we certainly want to thank you for coming by and talking about these two bills affecting veterans, and we'll certainly watch their progress and the progress of your upcoming bills and efforts. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on YouTube and also on My Government On Demand. I'm Steve Swat. Have a great day.